Mike, what role did the ability to stop the run play in the victory today?
Monumental. I think it extended the distance for third downs to a point that we could play a little bit on our terms. I thought the plan led by Weave was phenomenal. I think the execution matched that. So I think the stopping the run not only changed the time of possession, but it also was an assistant to the third down execution where we could be a little aggressive. So there's a lot of things at play, but the starting point was for us to, we knew they were going to try to give it to a dangerous player, and we needed to have multiple players on every play around the ball. So did a great job doing that.
Mike, in terms of complimentary football, where does this game rank since you've been here?
Oh, it's up there for sure. I think the opening drive was 3 and out, and to get a stop, and then to have clean execution on special teams. We had some frustrating overindulgent penalties that we cleaned up, and then the offense going down the field, it was like 13 plays or something, with one of those being a 4th down deep in their territory. The outcomes of the game is much different, in my opinion, if all 3 phases aren't working in concert at that point, and then it continued through the game. So, it was cool to see the most complimentary football played in what I thought was the most complimentary practice week of guys investing into each other and the plan. From scout team out, giving looks, it was a highly motivated team, and they were able to execute. I thought collectively the coaching staff and the players did a great job being focused, and the results are. It's nice to finally get them in what seems like forever. So it's something that we have to be able to replicate more in the coming weeks.
Well, what brings to the decision to lean heavily on the run, especially in the early stages of the game?
Well, I think I've liked the way that we've blocked in the run game and developed as the season has progressed, but the games haven't played out every week the way where you're able to fully lean on that development. I think the complementary football was a big part of it. There was some really good plays made by the runners, in particular on third down when we gave some run ops, the extra yardage that Ollie and Vaughn were able to get, and the way that Jalen Wright's leg drive was, we were able to incorporate all 3, and I thought that helped us a lot for this game for sure.
Can you take us through everything with Tua today, what you found out in the morning from how we woke up, and then the decision to then be able to send him out there with the visor on?
Yeah, it was more. It seemed to be more cosmetic than anything. Like you could feel it and it felt, but it's one of those things that I'm pretty sure it was the way I understood it was a Benadryl type situation. I don't think he took Benadryl. I don't know what he took. It wasn't that. It was one of those uncomfortable, random things that it wasn't the ideal, but once I could hear in his voice that he was focused, and I knew it was going to just be another thing, and we were focused on executing the game plan.
Can you walk us through the decision to deploy your run skill in some of those 6 lineman packages, and just how do you believe it looks out the field?
Well, it's utilization of your roster. We had a couple injuries that we saw the opportunity to dive into, some of the things that Dan has done, knowing him from, all the way back to his, I believe, 2019 in San Francisco. I know what type of professional he is and his versatility. And we had, we have some injuries at the position, so it gave us an opportunity to do something that, we knew, having not done that one time since I've been here, I knew they wouldn't be preparing for it. So it's a credit to him. Offensive linemen typically in the segmentation of the play call don't even listen to the formation at all. It's kind of like Charlie Brown, like wah, 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 wah. So for him to, in a week's time, be able to digest the play calls and the assignments and the alignments, it takes a special breed. That's why I think it was his 6th position that he started at in the National Football League. But it was an effort. He kind of encapsulates, the effort of the team, where it didn't matter the mission. Everybody was on board to, really write a football experience that everyone had a tremendous distaste for the week previous. So there's one thing you can do when you have outcomes or you have an outing that you don't want to co-sign, is you can go back to work, and I think that's what everyone did, including Dan Brunskill, who learned formations this week.
What led to the change to have Frank Smith on the sideline, and how did it benefit?
Well, I think, it was something that I hadn't planned on. It was more of a reaction to the work week, and I just thought that for some of the stuff that we were trying to get done offensively, Frank just did a phenomenal job staying on the guys, and they responded to him during the week. So I really wanted them to have that extension of the work week in practice on the field. So I think, Frank is a problem solver, a solution man, so to speak. So he invested in the players. They responded to him. So I wanted to continue that going into this game. I think when you start the season out 1-6, you're looking for things to adjust and change up, and you're looking to who are the people that are going to step up, and how do they engender a response. And Frank certainly did that this week. Very proud of the job he did, and then obviously it's all about the execution of our players. So they really responded in kind to him, which we were all fired up about.
What does that look like when players responding to Frank being a problem solver, Frank investing? What does that actually look like?
Well, the football can be very complicated or very simple depending on the way you look at it. And I think Frank really pushed the guys to all week. We'd been talking about just our communication within the offense, and the way we break the huddle and the way we approach the line of scrimmage, and keeping it about the most fundamental parts of the game, which we were failing at the week previous. And in that process, I saw them literally run to the line of scrimmage every play. And I think we had a pre-snap penalty on Wednesday, 1 or 2. We had 1 on Thursday, and then we had 0 on Friday. And, I just wanted to lean into that. I wanted guys to have that consistency with which they responded to try to get this done in this game. And fortunately, you're able to do stuff like that when you have a lot of good coaches on staff. I was able to without blinking, have Frank down and Bobby Slowick up, and didn't lose the information that you get from upstairs, because it's a very vital job too, and that in cohesion with the rest of the staff, I thought everyone did a very good job executing that adjustment that we've made this season.
Going back to what you said about the run defense, how much was it even more important knowing that Kirk Cousins was going to be starting at quarterback for Atlanta, making his first start since December?
Well, I think that came to us. It wasn't really on the forefront of our radar. You're very skeptical about things just in general in the national or in the NFL season. So banking on Kirk playing wasn't the move we were really making. We kind of realized that last night when they announced it, and being in Washington in 2012 when we drafted him, I know that he can get on a heater if you let him. So the plan from the onset was to have like a pack mentality on the runner, that it wasn't going to be one player that was going to have 45 tackles to stop him, that it was going to have to be a lot of population around the ball and a lot of strain, because a small window or shortcoming in your run fit, and they make a living on the explosives and having those big gains. So trying to keep them one-dimensional was a priority, regardless of the quarterback, just based on the offense they have.
What was your view on the trench play? In other words, the physicality of the game from a global perspective. Did you like it?
Yes, I think it was something that we knew going into the game, that if we didn't win or didn't feel good about our line of scrimmage play, we'd probably be facing the same result. That's a really good team that is battling through some injuries, but at any time they can really take the momentum of the game by their line of scrimmage play, both how they run the ball and if they're able to hang on time of possession, and then they have a lot of good pass rushers and a really, really good scheme, that if you're not winning and you're not able to run the football, they will get you into a one-dimensional game and cause takeaways and all sorts of stuff. So it was vitally important that we had our best line of scrimmage game. Guys have relentlessly been working at their craft, and I thought it showed today, and that's definitely what our team needed to change the last game's outcome for sure.
Last question, Chris Perkins.
Thank you. Was this game just one of 17, or is it more than that?
I think it is one of 17 that I think this team has the ability to utilize this work week in the coming weeks. The next opponent, Baltimore Ravens, will not care about whatever happened in this game, nor should they. But you can replicate, the things that for this team that produce results. So I think it was anytime you have an embarrassing outing in the National Football League as a team, you go one of two ways, and I didn't see the negative way being something that was on the table for our locker room. So generally, if you can sustain through tough times and continue to build momentum in your game without results, the results do come, but easier said than done. I think it was an important one of 17. Unfortunately, I don't think it will count in any other box score. And I'm going to be very, very clear and direct with the team that I think they already know that, but making sure they know that because the outcome of this game had to do with what guys put in and how they played together. I think that's the main takeaway from our team's perspective. But I was very proud of the guys staying together and look forward to our next opportunity to play, which comes sooner than later.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.